Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How is everybody doing? I'm just waiting on people coming on. If you can hear me, can you tell me in the comments where you're from? Let me just get the comments up so I can see them. Yeah, just let me know in the comments if you can see me. I'm just double checking that I'm in the right place. Yeah, there I am. Beautiful. Let me just turn this down. Have we got some amazing stuff for you today? So we have day one, and let me just do this. Beautiful. Okay. So let me know where's everybody from? Where are you? How's your energy? Just to see where everybody's at. Where's your energy from 1 to 10 or 0 to 10? 0, you're non-existent. 10, you're flying high. Your manifestations are going 10 to the dozen. Your synchronicities, your coincidences are all just flowing. Let me know. Carol says, sent the feedback from last night. Okay, Carol, that's lovely. Thank you, honey. Yeah, beautiful. See and hear me. Good. That's all I need to hear. So let me know, where is your energy? Where's your energy right now? Because just to see where everybody's at. So welcome to day one, which is initiation. And this, it's not a workshop. It's a spiritual recalibration at the highest level. And isn't it interesting that out of over 320 signups, only 55, I think it is, 56, 55, 56, actually crossed the threshold. So, and that's rare, absolutely rare. But I've been hearing from a lot of coaches out there, teachers that don't know what's going on with the algorithms of Facebook, that people are just not finding it. But this is amazing because this is intimate. It's a precise frequency field, and it's built for those that are ready to stop circling their growth and finally land in their power. Tell me if that's you. Give me some love. Let the algorithms catch up. Let people catch up with us. So over the next 3 days, we will clear or restructure, I'd rather say, any of those energetic blocks. We'll activate what's encoded within you, and we'll restructure the way you hold visibility, wealth, and energy within. But before we start, by clearing the field, so you can actually hold what you say you want. Tell me in the comments, guys, how many people are saying they want this certain thing, but actually it's just really hard to get, or you maybe get a hold of it and it evaporates, it goes, you go back into your old patterns. Let me know in the comments if that is for you. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to draw a card for today. This is the Oracle Temple cards that I designed myself, as many as know and many as have. Just to see where we're at today, we're going to pull a card for every day to see what is actually the field is going on. But you let me know in the comments where you're at. Where's your energy? First of all, not to 10. Not is you're non-existent. 10 is you're flying. Your synchronicities are all over the place. You're in a beautiful way. You're just flowing with ease. Yeah. Good to see you. So let's have fun, because that's what it's all about, to have a little bit of fun. Oh, and isn't it interesting? Beautiful. Great card to get for today, healing, because that's what today is all about. We'll be initiating your energy field to reveal why your system can't currently hold the vision that you've been shown. So that was healing. Now I've lost it. Here we go. Love this card. This card always reminds me of Bali, when I did a spiritual retreat in Bali. Anyway, so what I'd like you to do is we all have an archetype, And this archetype, I'm just going to put it in the comments. This archetype, please go. Oh, it's not letting me do that. Why is it not letting me do that? Let me just go over here. So basically, we all have this archetype, and this actually tells us where our shadow is, what we're, our wealth codes. You know, there's a lot of energy that we can use when we're in our archetype. I'm just going to put this here, so I'll just have to come over here. Just put it in the comments. Please go over. It's theoraclecode.com, activate/your/codes. But there's the link there for everyone to go over. I've just put that in the comments. Oh, hello. There's a lot of people over here at YouTube as well. Great. Hi, Sarah. Sitting about a 4 energy last week. It was higher, said Susie. Big art show coming up, says Bunny, but there's an upset. Oh yeah, so when it's a mum's anniversary, death anniversary, that could bring a lot of things up, Bunny. Definitely. Number motivational at the moment, which is not good. Bunny says she's down at a 2, so let's get that up for you, Bunny. Carol says she's about a 5, and Lloyd says she's about a 6. Sorry, not she, is about a 6 or a 7. And so let me know where your energy levels are. Good to know. So without further ado, hopefully I'm just going to put this here as well in YouTube, the code. So please, and the best way to work with this is your archetype. There's a lot of information in there for each archetype, and what I'd like you to do when you click the link is just go to the link and just intuitively go with the one that you are drawn to, because that will be your archetype. Because remember, you already know. All I'm doing is just helping you remember. That's all I'm doing. So so just intuitively pick the archetype. And we'll be working on the 4 archetypes tomorrow. So you'll want to know which one you are, so that you can really pinpoint when we're working at that as well. So I asked a question of what people wanted from the group. What did they want? Yeah, and the common patterns shared with the question was they wanted visibility, they wanted self-worth. That was really high, that one. Energetic and financial resistance. Don't we all love that? Emotional and relationship blocks, business alignment, and unexpected shadow patterns to be released. Amazing. And the most common energetic pattern from your responses is the majority of you are navigating deep themes around visibility, self-worth, and receiving. Let me know if that is you. Does that speak to you? So it's visibility. There's themes around being visible, self-worth issues, and you have issues receiving. Yeah. And you'll know if you've got issues of receiving, because what actually happens is when you get something that you've been putting out to the universe that you want, and as soon as you get it, you give it away. You get rid of it. Or the bill comes in and makes sure that you get rid of it. Yeah. Because with layered resistance, there's was shown up in your business alignment, emotional regulation, relationships, and even unexpected shadow expressions. This is not random, guys. These patterns are indicators of an overloaded field and energetic system, your nervous system, that's been holding too much for too long. So over the next 3 days, we'll begin to dismantle these distortions and rebuild your energetic structure from truth, not from trauma, because a lot of our energetic systems are built from the trauma. Let me know in the comments, is this you? Does this speak to you? Yeah. So today we're going to begin with the energetic root of collapse, which is survival energy. Give me some love if that's you, if you feel that you're in survival energy, because a lot of people have built their businesses on boundaries or even spiritual practices from a place of survival, of proving, of overgiving, of holding it all, of just giving away everything for free, or avoiding being seen. And this creates one thing: it creates a field that can't hold true abundance and wealth. Doesn't matter how many times you say you're going to do something, your patterns will come in and sabotage. So you cannot hold that abundance of wealth. So the goal today is to reclaim your field by resetting your nervous system and anchoring into your soul grid, not your trauma blueprint. So what we'll do is we'll face the real reason most spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, leaders, they burn out. It's not what you think. And just as I say that, comes up on my phone 12, 12, 12. Isn't that right? So just like that land, guys, that you've built your business, or you're trying to build your business, and your spiritual identity on top of your survival patterns. Is this you? Yeah? Because we've been taught to push through, to prove you're worthy, to hold everything for everyone else, to avoid being seen, because being seen once meant being hurt, rejected, or even burned. Yeah? And this is what's happening. You prove that by overgiving everything. Yeah, you overgive in your healing sessions. You overgive in your even your family, your friends. You hustle to hold it all together. So you're working hard. You're trying all these different things and just not getting anywhere, or juggling a lot of balls in the air, just to feel like you're doing something. Or you play it safe by shrinking your truth. How many of us have done that? Eh? And you lead from fear instead of frequency. And all that creates is a field that energetically leaks, a nervous system that you just can't hold, and a structure that collapses under expansion. Yeah. Thank you, Annie. That's really good that you put that in there. So let me see, is there any comments? Let me see if there's... Yep, sounds about right. Bonnie says clutter is a big problem too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Came on YouTube, can hear better. Oh, isn't that interesting? Can you not hear on Facebook? That's interesting. Let's see if it's fill up too. But do we do that now or later? You can do it now. Is that the getting your archetype? You could do, but it's for tomorrow. You'll need it for tomorrow, so you can do it later. Yeah, definitely. And that is the code, the oraclecode.com. Activate your codes. Yeah. So perfect. So, and you've got to know as well, guys, why your nervous system and your energetic structure must be on board. If they're not on board, it doesn't matter how much work you do, whatever you do, it'll just never happen. So let's get real here. If you can't hold a big vision you just can't in a dysregulated body. You can't scale your business from a nervous system that's stuck in fight or flight or freeze or fawn. And you can't, definitely not, call in aligned wealth, clients, or expansion when your energy field is broadcasting, I don't feel safe. How does that hit? Because here's what happens when your nervous system and your energetic structure isn't aligned. You'll say yes to the wrong things just to avoid discomfort. Well, that doesn't feel right, so I'm not going to do that. When actually it's those things you should be going and doing. Or you'll self-sabotage when momentum starts building. I don't know how many times I've did that in my previous business. You know, I would get a momentum going, and then it would be too much. You know, there'd be a lot of media going into my bridal business, and I would get a lot of media, and I'd get it all at once, and it would just all come in. There would be an influx, and I would then shut the media down instead of keeping going with that media. Yeah. But you'll see the different ways. You know, you maybe get an influx of clients. And one friend in particular used to do this all the time. She would complain that she couldn't get any clients. And as soon as she got an influx of those clients, she asked for the clients, she shut it all back down again because she just was in discomfort. You know, it wasn't comfortable for her to, and this is what was going on. Her nervous system didn't allow for her that momentum to keep going. Yeah. Or you'll undercharge or over deliver to manage rejection. Yeah. You just will. You'll self-sabotage. So you will. Now, what will happen also is you'll seek visibility. You'll want to be visible, but you fear being seen. So can you see what that does? It actually puts the brakes on and the gas on at the same time. So you can imagine what that's doing to your system, and no wonder you're in fight or flight all the time. Because this isn't just about mindset, guys. This is your nervous system. You know, it's running your life from past trauma, not what's present, your present truth. Because you're probably running on outworn trauma energy that's in your nervous system, that actually, and your energetic system, that actually is outworn. It's no longer viable, you know. So today we're going to upgrade that nervous system. Now, is it a one-hit wonder? No, it's not. Yeah. Because a lot of people say that, oh, if you do this, you'll get that, blah, 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 and all the rest of it. No, you've got to have a daily practice. You've got to connect that energetic system, that nervous system. You've got to do it daily. Yeah? Now, do you need to do it daily for you to get what you want? No. You just need to check in with the energetic nervous system just to see if they're okay. So that you're giving them jobs to do. So they're regulating when you're opening up your field for expansion. Yeah. Because the energetic structure, your field, the container that holds your power, is made up of an unseen architecture, boundaries, codes, agreements, memory, trauma. Yeah. And if your energetic structure is leaky, or it's distorted, or it's unstable, nothing you build will hold. No strategy will work. No amount of clearing will stick. So you can't expand into abundance when your foundation is built from scarcity. And most people, I see it all the time, unknowingly have tried to, be seen or scale or put a new business out there from a trauma field rather than their soul grid. Yeah. And that's why this work really does matter, because we'll begin rebuilding your capacity so your nervous system and your energetic system stop saying no. And what your soul has already said yes to. Because your soul has all the answers. Your soul remembers. But if you're running on that that nervous system, traumatics, on a trauma energy, there just won't be any movement. Because here's the truth, guys. You're not unworthy. You're just unresourced. You're not broken. You've built on the wrong blueprint. And that blueprint, the one that keeps you circling, it isn't yours. It's ancestral. It's a traumatic timeline. It's tied to identity patterns you didn't consent to, but have inherited. So today we're going to name it, and then we'll reclaim it. Who's all up for that? Let me know in the comments, guys. I had to ask, is that ChatGPT, I take it, to set my prices so I wouldn't undercharge. Yeah. But the thing is, how does that feel, Bunny, those prices? Did you get a, or and when you're putting those prices out, is there a fear around those prices when you're putting them out? It's finding well ChatGPT setting your prices, yeah, but are you actually living through those prices? Yeah. Having two teenagers in my house has me frazzled, Sarah says. Yeah, you will do. Definitely. And please post it again. Silly face that clears the chat if you swipe down on your phone. Okay, so can someone post that link for Lloyd again, please? I think it's been posted in the WhatsApp group, Lloyd. Let's do it, Sarah says, yeah. You gave. What you've just said, Anne, totally makes sense. Susie Q says, yeah, because it's true. It's absolutely true. I wish I'd known this years and years and years ago. Absolute years ago. It gave a range of prices, yeah. And have the reason I'm asking this, Bunny, is have you started using those prices and have people paid at those prices? That's why I'm asking. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, let me know. Because it'll tell me where you're nervous, your energetic system, you know, as those things started flowing in. Because we're no longer wanting to operate from a trauma grid. Tell me, give me a thumbs up for that. Because we're activating the soul, yeah. We're activating what's actually there, the energetic structure of who you are before the suppression, yeah. And this grid doesn't carry just carry your power; it carries your truth, it carries your purpose, your archetype, your wealth frequency. So when you connect to it, you stop performing and you start transmitting. And just to let you know, what's actually in the archetypes, there's 4 different archetypes. There's a guardian of the East. There is the dreamer of the West. There is the gatekeeper of the North, and there's the archetype, the alchemist of the South. Now, in each one, you've got a direction that your soul feels more comfortable in. Now, what you probably find is some of these archetypes, there's actually a bit of an element in you, in all of them. But go with the one that you feel drawn to. Yeah. There's a symbol. An Egyptian symbol that's reflective of you. There's also a wealth code that's in there, and we're going to show you how to work with the wealth codes tomorrow. There's what your core wounding is, your shadow, what that shadow pattern is, and what you're here to do. What's your activation, your light activation? What's your light here to do? So, and we look at, what is actually happening in that shadow pattern. What's happening in the abundance activation, those abundance wealth codes, which is called sigils, which is an energetic key that I was downloaded from Source to bring these in. Really connected to Source to see how we could use these. What is the best way for people to use them? Because the wealth codes, some of those wealth codes have to be used differently. Yeah. And what I mean by that is how they come into the energetic field, the nervous system, and also how they interact with the nervous and the energetic system. And we also look at your boundaries, what your boundaries are within there, and what your role is. What is your role? What's your truth? You know, what is the modalities that you need in your life? You know, what's the mastery that you're needing, and also your next step. And I'm just going to put that code in there again. Where are we? Someone could put that in again for me. That would be great. Thank you. Amazing. Great. So today's goal is we're not fixing your field, we're resetting it. So we're going to connect you to your nervous system, your energetic system, and tomorrow what's going to happen is we're going to connect you to the 4 bodies. And today we're also going to connect you to the soul grid. So today is all about initiation. We're just going to clear the field. Tomorrow we're going to talk about activation, how we can activate the codes within your field, within the 4 bodies. And also on Wednesday, there's transmission. So you'll be opening your field up to establish that energetic safety. So there'll be a transmission coming through, and I advise you to be live for that. I really do, because it's going to be a powerful activation and transmission. Yeah. So let me know in the comments. Is everybody all up for that? Is all ready for that? Because this is will there be a replay of Identity Point Wednesday? Darn it. All recordings, guys, will go into if you're signed up for the challenge, because a lot of people signed up, a lot of people never came into the groups, which is understandable. You know, I just, it's what's happening with a lot of people just now. I'm just trying to get the actual code for it. If you've signed up and you have the code, where's my links? Here we go. I'm just going to put this in here for you, and in the Facebook, and also in YouTube. Here we go. Perfect. Let me see what you've been saying. So Bunny says, mine was at 5 years old. I started hiding and not shining. My dad got mad at my precog. Yeah. Because it is. It's all coming from, it usually is childhood, but there is later on, there's traumas happened in our age. And I just want to say this, guys. There will always be trauma. It's what us humans are set up for. Because think about this. We're never here for the rest of our lives and the people around us, you know? And yet it's a thing that we don't look at. People fear this the most. But actually, you go home after you die. You go home to this amazing, it's unexplainable, the feeling, the energy that you go into. And the thing is, our job here is to actually try to connect to that energy. Because see, when you actually connect to that energy and you know that you are connected to everything, not just saying it, there's a difference, but you actually know. You know, it's just, it blows your mind. It really does blow your mind. So this is a bit that you need to get in. Our society has turned into, you know, we can't do this, and we have to look at this, and we have to look at that. And what it's actually doing is it's making us stay stuck in the trauma. Now, see, when I got that, when I really got that, I went, oh my God, I'm actually making this worse by keeping going into it, keeping thinking and what have you. Whereas what I found was, if I actually future paced, think about it this way, guys. when something's happening or we're trying to get something, yeah, and we're going to speak about more about this on day 3. When we're trying to get something and we don't get it, and we go down the rabbit hole of, why did I not get that? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Do you see there's always a why? A why. And we'll stay stuck on this why for God knows how long. So what about just changing that why that comes after it? So it's future paced. Yeah? Why do I have the energy that abundance and wealth comes to me with ease? Why do I have the energy that clients just show up every day? Whenever I ask clients to just show up, why is that always happening to me? Now, do you see the difference in the energy when you do that? It's a completely different energy. Yeah? Completely different. So, and we're going to speak about that on day 3, definitely, because amazing things start to happen when you do that. Absolutely amazing things. Yeah. So, and we're going to regulate your nervous system. I'm going to show you how to regulate that nervous system so that you can re-establish energetic safety. And we'll begin anchoring you into the soul grid. Now, each session should take about an hour. You know, that's what my aim is. And maybe go 5-10 minutes over. But it's usually about an hour that I'm aiming for to do these lives. Yeah. And there is a wee bit of homework. Now, the workbook that you have been given, the workbook has strategic questions within them that you ask yourself and be really honest with yourself. Yeah, for each day, what those questions are. Because there'll be something that's actually draining your energy. And some people, actually, it's just a constant. It's just there all the time. So they've just got used to it. And they don't even know it's there because they're just so used to it. Yeah. And this can go for your relationships, the people around you, your work colleagues, your environment. It can go with so many things. Yeah. And I always say, if you're feeling stuck, the first thing you should do is clean out your environment. It's the first thing, first and foremost, because the energy in your environment is keeping you stuck. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot of love coming that way, definitely. And we're going to re-establish that energetic safety, and we'll begin anchoring in that into your soul grid, not those wounds, those inherited wounds, or those trauma wounds that you've actually, you know, you're there with. And this is why your oracle archetype matters. It's not just a spiritual identity, it's a position of power inside your energetic structure. It just lets you understand yourself a wee bit more. And today, you'll start to remember that. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's do this. So you know me. I always like to do. And as I say, there's a link on YouTube if you want to get the recordings. You need to be signed up. Okay, because the recordings will only be up for 24 hours. Okay, so what I want you to do is we're going to connect to your nervous system, because I want this to be about you doing the practices. Yeah. So first of all, what I do is I just connect myself to the spiritual cord. And if anybody that's listening that doesn't understand where the spiritual cord is, it's above the head, right at the crown chakra, just here. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to just stay here for a wee bit this time. Usually I just say to you, go to the spiritual cord, do this, blah, blah, blah. But today we're going to actually just stay here for just a minute. And we're going to breathe. And with your breath, you're going to set the intention that you're opening that spiritual cord and closing it, and opening it and closing it. and feel. You should feel that energy just very subtly moving. Just for a minute. Just play with that spiritual cord. Nice big deep breaths in. And out. Nice big deep breaths in again. And out. And let me know in the comments, do you feel that subtle energy? Do you feel it? Tell me what you feel. And when I go to my spiritual cord, what I hear is, or should I say, feel. It's just like a vibration. So there's a vibrational field. Susan says yes, very subtle. But open the cord, white light, and closing it, all goes dark. Yeah. Beautiful way of saying that, Susie. Thank you. Bonnie says it feels like it's trying to drill through a tangle of roots. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Because you feel something. You may even hear something, you know. Everybody works different. You may even have colours, like, as I say, like what Susie did, you know, she had the white light. Play with it. So now what I want you to do is I want you to breathe and I want you to put it to its widest that it can go. Nice big deep breath in. And it's even better if you sit upright, your spine's long, and you just breathe nice and slow. And just inhale through the crown to the heart. And just exhale down into the air. And just repeat that. And with each breath, that spiritual cord gets wider. Now remember, your soul knows. I'm only helping you remember. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that there's energy. There's just a pure energy coming through that spiritual cord. And just visualize that energy that's coming through that spiritual cord is actually going right down your central energy centers. And what it's doing is it's seeing where it's clogged, compressed, distorted. And just begin to breathe white gold light through that space from the crown to the pelvis. Nice big deep breath in. And now what you're going to do is you're going to call forward the nervous system. And what I do here is I just imagine myself, in a safe space. And what I do is I just put a circle around myself. Now, if that circle's small, I expand it. So I'd like you to do that now. Imagine that you're in a safe space with a circle around you. And the energy that you're breathing through the spiritual cord going down the center of your energy centers from the crown to the pelvis. And you just bring in any energy that no longer serves, that maybe needs to be transmitted. You're just going to allow them to go into the earth. And you're just going to go round and anchor yourself to this energy. And you're going to widen this circle. Now, this circle is your safe space. This space is very protected. Now, if you want to call forward your spirit team, your ancestors, your beings of light, whoever it is you work with, your guardian angels, call them forward. Get them to stand around the circle. And now you're going to ask your nervous system to come out to play. Because don't be serious about this, because that's what stops the energy flow. Play. We're bringing that nervous structure, that nervous system, or asking the nervous system. First of all, give the nervous system a name. Mine's is Nervous Nora. And you're going to ask the nervous system, can you dissolve the survival structures that no longer serve you? Can you dissolve the survival structures that no longer serve you? Now, you may not get all at once. They may only give you a percentage. Is that a wee dog barking loud with you? The joys of being in Costa Rica. Remember to breathe, guys. Now, if you're having pain in the body, if you're getting pain in the body, because someone is getting pain in the back, mid-back, lower back, this is good. Because what the nervous system is doing is it's showing you where it resides in the energetic field. Some of you may feel either hot or cold because you're going to ask the nervous system to show you, let you know that that nervous system is there. You may feel a vibration. A zzzz. Now I know when I do, when my nervous system has done the work, I get a hot flush. That's what happens. That's me recalibrating. That's the nervous system saying to me, we've got you. It's done. So you're going to ask your nervous system. So I would say nervous Nora, my nervous system. Can you help me dissolve those survival structures that have been distorted, compressed? And what I do here is I've got something set up in my physical body that is a yes or a no. You can use a pendulum, but usually I'll know when a yes. I trust my intuition so much that, that I get a yes, my finger will go up, or a no, my pinky will go up. So I know what my yes and no's are. And I don't second guess them. I just know. So if you have a trust, something going on with trust, that you don't trust your intuition, you don't trust yourself, you need to set something up or use something. But your physical body will know. That's the best I always feel to use. You could use a pendulum. Or you can ask the nervous system to show you what does a yes mean in the body and what does a no mean in the body. So Susie says, I'm getting pain in my legs, like tired legs. My nervous system has said, no, it's not dissolving anything. What do I say back, please, Anne? Okay, we're just going to go to that. So what you're going to do is, because your nervous system doesn't feel safe, that's what's happening here. Yeah. So bring in your energetic system, because they both go hand in hand. And this is what I do. I bring in the energetic system. Now, the nervous system and the energetic system is two different things. Because the energetic system is obviously controlling your energetic vibration, your where your manifestations and everything are. But it's also controlling your heat, your cold, and all the rest of it. Whereas your nervous system, that's in your fight or flight form. That's where you feel you're on the brake and the gas at the same time. That's the nervous system. The nervous system's doing that. So you're going to bring the energy system out. And this goes for everybody as well. You're going to then bring the energetic system out. And you're going to give the energetic system a name. And you're going to ask the energetic system the same thing. Can you help dissolve the survival structures that I no longer need? Especially the ones that are from childhood. keeping the ones that we really do need. Because let's be honest, we do need to survive. But there is survival structures in there that is keeping you procrastinating, that's keeping you invisible, that's keeping you in lack, that's keeping you in anxiety, that's keeping you in pain, that's keeping you in distortion, that's not allowing your truth or to be in the frequency. Yeah? That's keeping you in your overgiving. You're shrinking your truth. It's these survival mechanisms, these survival structures that we're talking about. So, Susie, I've just said that down. Because maybe when you've said that the survival structures, you've thought, oh, I'm going to die. No way. No, it's your survival structures of the things that are keeping you stuck. And this could also be your unworthiness, your self-esteem, your trauma. Yeah, yeah, perfect, Susie. So now you're going to ask the energetic system and the nervous system. Now, as I say, they may not give you it all. This is why you've got to have a daily practice to go in and see, you know, where you're at, what's actually happening internally. So if they're not going to dissolve the full survival structures, and probably wouldn't be that healthy to do that all in one go anyway, is to ask them to give you a percentage. Now, any percentage is good. And the percentage is for you so they can see that you're still safe with them collapsing whatever survival structures they are. Now, you do not even need to know what they are. So you don't have to go into the why, the what, the where, the when. Because you don't need to know. And what I also do here is I ask, is there any other part of me that is playing out with the nervous system and the energetic structure? And usually you'll find it's either ego or the shadow or the inner child. But it also could be the feminine or the masculine. And what I do is I just bring them into the circle. And I listen. I just let them talk. Just let them talk. And I just start asking questions. What survival structure are you releasing today? And then just feel into, what is your nervous system feeling when you release that survival structure? Because what you're actually doing is you're creating energy. The container of your energy is getting bigger. So you're going to anchor all this into source. to say, I'm safe to receive. I'm safe to be abundant. I'm safe to have wealth. Now, wealth just doesn't mean money. It means lots of things. Wealth in relationships, wealth in health. And just allow whatever place. Sometimes you've got to leave, allow that to happen. Sometimes it can take 5 minutes. Sometimes it can take half an hour. Sometimes an hour. You've got to allow that nervous system and energetic system in order for them to do the job that they need to do. And what you're going to do now is you're going to ask the nervous and the energetic system to show you when this is finished, when it's done. And as I say, when mine was always done, I always got a hot flush, right from top to bottom. My energetic system was like, "Are you crazy? It's there for a reason?" Yeah, yeah. But we're not looking for, as I said earlier, it's about here of the things that's keeping you stuck, those survival structures that are keeping you stuck. Not the survival structures. It's, you're going to die. No. Or maybe even say to them the energetic patterns. Or the behavior patterns. You have your way. And now what you're going to do is you're going to get the nervous system and your energetic structure and whoever else came in, you're going to get them all to talk to each other. And you're going to ask them to connect with each other, to make way for new survival structures. That not only allow you to be in your full power, but also allow you a longer life, a longer nervous energy, collaboration. So it allows your truth so that you don't overgive, you don't block your own power. You carry it from wisdom, not depletion. So you're not holding it all alone. You're holding it from within. And your nervous system and your energetic structure and whoever else has come into the field is holding it for you within from a new powerful structure. And what you're going to do is you're going to, this new structure is going to be now embodied in stability, in safety, because you're no longer abandoning yourself, self-sabotaging yourself. And you're just going to say, I am safe in my power. I hold from power, not depletion. I release the roles that no longer serve me. And now just imagine your field expanding, as if that nervous system and energetic system is allowing your field to expand. Now, if you've got any restriction, any denseness, any tightness within your body, ask the nervous system to release. That's better. And some of you may feel the energy moving within the body. This is your nervous system or your energetic system playing at large here. If you feel that movement, that is the work getting done. Because standing in your power is not the problem. Your suppression of your power is. Because your truth is power. It's not control, it's not force, but it's aligned, it's embodied, it's authority. So you're still giving your nervous system, your energetic system, and even your survival structure, you're giving them all authority. We just don't want the survival structures that's holding you back in survival patterns within your field, where you silence yourselves to avoid conflict. You collapse your truth to keep peace, or you fear your strength because you think others will reject you. We don't want you to be stuck in fear of being seen of who you really are, or dim your light to avoid judgment. Because hiding is not protection. It really is a prison that dims your light, and silence is your medicine. Your energy is meant to be witness scans. And you'll feel that energy moving through you. This is your nervous system and your energetic system. This is them doing the work. Yeah, there's Sherry. I did feel a wavy sense in my body, and my aura grew huge with beautiful pastel colours. Yeah, well, just allow it to go. And as I say, it can take 5 minutes, it could take 30 minutes, it could even take an hour. Just allow. Hello, Susie. Lovely to see you, darling. Beautiful. And as that's working there, what I want you to do now is I want you to go back to the spiritual cord and now feel what the spiritual cord is like. Beautiful. And sometimes if I've got a lot on that day, I know I've got to do things because sometimes I don't have an hour for the energetic system, you know, is I'll just say you keep working in the background to recalibrate. And I always ask the energetic structure, what is one bold move or action step that I can do? Make it tangible that will help me in this new structure. Because, guys, we have many survival structures. Take a nice big deep breath in. And now we're going to ground this energy in, this new energy. And what will happen is just how it happens is the universe will put things in your way to test you. Now, what do I mean by that? So, if you've got a thing of being procrastinating or being stuck or not being visible or whatever it is, there's so many things out there. It will give you an instance where that energy plays out. Your job is to walk through that to show your nervous and your energetic structure system the new way. Because what they're doing is testing you to see if you're still safe, even if you do that thing. Beautiful. And now what I'd like you to do is just come back into your present moment. Thank your spirit team, your ancestors, definitely your nervous system, your energetic system, and also whoever else came into play, and also your survival structures. Because remember, we have quite a few, and nobody even talks about the survival structures because they think, just like Bunny did, but that's the thing that keeps us surviving, that's the thing that keeps us alive. No, there is other survival structures in there that are outworn, that's keeping you safe because you're in survival mode, in your patterns, in your behaviors, in your unconscious. The 3D world will always show you. Let me know in the comments, guys. Did you feel anything? Was there any difference? Do you feel different? And I asked you at the start, where was your energy between 1 and 10? Where is your energy now between 1 and 10? And take a nice big deep breath in. And what I do here is I just say if it's still working, if they're still doing something, I just say energy, nervous system. I call them by the names: nervous Nora, energetic Eileen. You say it's inner child, safety Sierra, and I'll just say to them, just keep doing the work that needs to be done in the background. So that we can be in our full power and be safe. And what I also do here is I just bring in a golden light, and I just ask the nervous system and the energetic system to just reboot my energy if needs be. I don't do that every day, but I just ask them, give them the golden light to reboot my energy, to take it to a different vibration. And let me know in the comments, where are you between 0 to 10? Where is your energy? Bunny was 5. That's good, Bunny, because you were at a 2 to start with. So that's good. What I would do with you, if that was me and I was getting a 5, I would thank the nervous and the energetic system. And as I say, I would go in there daily and just, because sometimes it could take a gradual for you to get up there. And sometimes I'll just go and ask them, can we maybe just get it up just that wee bit more? Where it's safe for me, I'll say where it's safe, without those negative survival structures. You are so beautiful. Anybody? Or the energy is still moving, because I could feel it. I could feel the energy. So Susie says, I'm going to watch again. I was lost way halfway through, but do feel a better energy in and around me. Thank you as always. I just want you to give you a few of the survival structures that could be running your field, right? You've got the overgiver. So you prove your value by doing too much, holding too much, giving from depletion. You feel guilty resting or receiving. The chameleon. This used to be me, by the way. You adapt your energy, your voice, your presence to stay safe or liked, avoiding rejection by blending in. I was a brilliant chameleon, so I was. Or you've the survival structure of the performer. You rely on being charismatic or competent to be worthy. Silence, stillness, or imperfection feels dangerous. The lone wolf. This is me also. You don't ask for help, you carry it all. You secretly believe that no one can hold you, so you hold it all yourself. Yeah? Just a wee bit of that. Or the survival structure of the healer identity trap. Sorry. You build your entire worth around helping others. If you're not fixing someone, you just don't know who you are. Yeah? Be honest with yourself, guys. It's the only way you can shift this. Or the under earner, again, another survival structure, where you subconsciously cap your income because visibility, power, or wealth once felt unsafe. And this could be for you or your ancestors, your lineage, by the way, because you could be carrying that from the ancestors. Or you've got the invisible one. You fear being seen because past lifetimes or childhood experiences told you visibility equals danger. So you hide behind service. Or you've got the hustler. I'll put my hand up to that one. You only feel safe when you're working hard. So what you're doing is you're slowing down triggers of guilt or collapse because ease feels unsafe. Mental health. The high achiever mask. It's me too. You collect certifications, trainings, titles to prove you're enough. Still doubting that your gifts, your power, or the matter. You equate spiritual work with suffering, the sacrifice of never having too much, or being fully resourced feels out of alignment with your identity. Those are all survival structures, guys. That's what I mean. Overgiving, yeah. You can do it again, Bunny. Yeah, you can all do it again. So Dennis, she said she got interrupted. Susie as well got interrupted. And what to do is just make this daily. You're checking in with your nervous system, your energetic system. So you're making sure that those energetic survival structures, the ones that are keeping you stuck, yeah, they are actually, I just presume everybody knows their survival structures. So I apologize for that. I should have said all that at the start. and just ask, just tune in. What survival structure am I playing at today? Can we release it? Can we let it go? Can we lessen it a wee bit? Always get a percentage. And even if it's just 1, 2, 3%, anything's good that they're giving you. Yeah. Now tomorrow, because obviously I've got an offer and I'll be talking about the Spiritual Awakening Academy. And also tomorrow we will be going deep into activation. So we will be activating because, and I'd like you to do this, what we've just done here, I'd like you to do it tomorrow morning again. Going in your circle, connecting to your energetic structure, your nervous system, and ask who's anybody else is playing. I'll put those survival structures in the group so you can even go into them and look. Which one are you playing from? Be honest. This honesty is needed because remember also there'll be stuff, energetic survival structures that's going on that you're not even aware of. Not even aware of it because it's so unconscious. But your outside world will tell you. Yeah, that's how you know. Because whatever's going on out here is what's going on the inside. So tomorrow we will activate your personal code. So go over to that link, theoraclecode.com/activate your codes. And just intuitively pick the one that resonates with you. Yeah? Because we're going to go through them tomorrow. And then we're going to plug into your creation frequency and your soul grid. Okay? Any questions before we finish, guys? Yeah, looks like everybody's good. That's us done for today. Went a wee bit more over. So maybe I should say we're 90 minutes it's going to take. Yeah. I actually did have 90 minutes and I thought, no, I'll do an hour. Need to tea. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Thank you too. Okay, guys, that's it. What I'll do is I will send this. This will get sent via email. Get done just now, actually, so that people can look. It's on YouTube as well, so you can see it on YouTube, and also it'll be in the group. In the Facebook group, it'll be a mere until Sunday, and then everything gets shut down on Sunday. Yeah. So it'll be there till Sunday in the Facebook group. In the YouTube, I'll keep this up. I'll keep that up until Sunday as well, actually. So I will. Okay. Okie dokie. See you later. Bye bye. Thank you for coming.